Good afternoon. I want to welcome you. When you come on, say hello. You are at Barbara's Stamp Pad on a really hot, sunny Sunday afternoon in San Antonio, Texas. And it is 3 p.m. So we are here for our normal Sunday afternoon live, and I want to welcome you. So when you come on, say hello, whether you're watching from Facebook or you're watching from YouTube. I want to welcome you. And if you are watching for the first time, welcome. Let me get to my other screens here. Let me go ahead and put this banner going across. I might take it down later if it gets in the way of an announcement, but just so you know, we are going to be demonstrating today the second half of the month class kit in the mail that you can get. It started 4 days ago, so this was the earliest time I could do it on a live, but from 8/16, so August 16th, all the way through the end of this month, the class kit that I'm going to be demonstrating today is something that you can earn for absolutely free with your online order of $35 or more, and the host code is scrolling across your screen. Also, if your order is $50 or more, you get a coordinating accessory, which is the basic rhinestone jewels. Also, don't forget, if you have bonus dollars that you earned last month, you can redeem them this month. But if you redeem them, you just have to be careful and still watch your numbers when it comes to qualifying for the free class kit or the accessories. So let me look at some comments here. We have some people joining us already. Welcome, Pat. And thank you for sharing. And Stella is here. Hi, Stella. And Beverly is here. Thank you for sharing. Beverly is watching from YouTube. Also, Beverly is one of my mods. Shannon, I don't know if Shannon's going to pop on later, but Scrap and Stamp with Shannon's also a mod. So during the demonstration, if I happen to miss a comment and you need a question answered, you can go ahead and ask in the chat, and one of them will pop up and get that answered for you. Hello, Paula. Thank you for sharing. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with some announcements. So if you're watching either the replay or, well, I guess it would be the replay, because if you're live, I usually go through some announcements. I'm trying to find a better way to get those out of the way before, that way I can just get started on the demonstrations. But I'm not quite finished with my video format that I want to use. So that's coming. Also, let's see, where do we start? Okay, we'll start here. So if you're watching me from YouTube, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can hover over that little kitty cat holding that red subscribe button, and you can subscribe to my channel and turn on your bell notifications. That way you know when I go live or I upload a video. Also, happy birthday if you're an August baby. Don't forget, if you're on my email list 5 days before your birth date, you'll be receiving an automatic email with a free tutorial and some birthday offers, and you just have to click that button to redeem your birthday offers. Also, just a pre-note to that is you must be signed up at least 6 days before your birthday if you're not already on my email. And if you're not sure if I have your birth date, you can message me. All I need is the month and the day, and I can plug that in for you. Also, we have a new paper pumpkin kit. This one is a special one that is designed by Shelly Gardner, our co-founder. I'm not exactly sure what her original title is, but Stamp It Up is here because of her. She, on occasion, will create a paper pumpkin kit, and this one is called With Love and Gratitude. And it is going to have a kit that contains enough supplies to make 8 treat packages, 8 note cards with coordinating envelopes, Your Stampin' Spot will be Lost Lagoon. Our special photopolymer stamp set that you'll only see in paper pumpkin kits, gold foil pieces, and detailed die cuts. And also, let me take this banner off. There's an add-on, which is a journal, a Thoughts of Thanks journal. It's an 8x10 journal. I actually have mine ordered. 2 specialty gold foil sticker sheets. There's the item number 163270. It is $15 and it is available. Well, it became available back on August the 11th, but while supplies last. And I was able to order one. And so I should have it but for next Sunday so that I can show you guys. I think I have another picture of it. I guess I thought I had another picture of it. But anyway, hopefully you can see that journal down there at the bottom. But the deadline to subscribe is September the 10th. There are several ways you can subscribe. You can choose to go monthly, or you can pay as you go. Shipping is included. The cost is $23.50, and those cute packages get delivered wherever you get your mail. Or you can choose to gift a subscription or purchase for yourself through prepaid codes that are available in 1, 3, 6, and 12 months. When you get to 6 months, you start saving $1, and then 12 months, ultimately, you end up getting one of your months for free. My suggestion is the monthly subscription. If y'all hear that, if y'all hear some scuffling, it is I'll have to tell you a little bit. Anyway, paper pumpkin. My suggestion was to subscribe monthly because you can cancel at any time. Shipping's already included in that. And paper pumpkin is the way to go if you are challenged, I guess you could say, in the coordination department. Or if maybe you don't have all the tools that you need in order to make a card, you can, these are already, pre-die cut for you. The bases are pre-scored. Everything coordinates. If you're strapped for space, paper pumpkin kits have the little Stampin' Spots. The stamps are very small. You get an acrylic block with it. Things that you can use over and over. They're great if you're tied over somewhere, in an airport, if you're laid up in a hospital, or if you're visiting somebody and you need something, fun to do together, you can do those. And with the subscriptions, you can go in and change if you need to pause it, if you want more than one box, whatever you need to do. You just have to make sure you do it by September the 10th. Also, my paper pumpkin subscribers get each month coordinating cardstock kits that go with the paper pumpkin kit, so they can use them for alternative projects or just to help build up their little stash of colors. And also, I didn't send an email out, but if you're one of my paper pumpkin subscribers, they'll have some extra goodies coming your way. So your packages are going to be a little extra thick this time because I've included some extra things. I'm not gonna say what they are, just in case I want it to be a surprise. Okay, so I hope you're surprised and I hope you like what you get. Also, don't forget, we have a kit sale that is going on through the end of the month where you can get up to 30% off select kits. So if you're eyeing one of our kits, go check it out and see if it's on sale. And also, I do have a product shares event that is happening right now where you can pre-reserve your paper or ribbon share from the new mini catalog. There is a link in the event description where you can go click on that and look at all of the details about what it has and the cost and so forth and so forth. This is just a snapshot of all the papers. The only two that are missing, and I thought they were in my pre-order, but clearly I missed them, is the It's the Mango Melody. Which one is it? Mango Melody. Let me look at the Melon Mambo. Sorry, Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green 12 by 12 foil. That's not part of the picture, or the glow in the dark 6 by 6 specialty paper. So that's on my order now. But there's a sampling of, you'll get a sampling of all of the papers. And just to give you a small example, in the papers, there will be 85 either 6 by 6 or 6 by 12 sheets of designer series paper. And on the ribbon, there's some ribbon. Your ribbon share includes over 15 sample yards of all of these ribbons that you see here, which are in the mini catalog. And there are bonus prizes. I say prizes, but there's bonus product depending on which share you participate in, and if you participate in both of them. So basically, there's some extra goodies you can get for participating in either the paper ribbon or both the shares. Now I'm going to flash this up real quick, but I will tell you that there is only one state left that has school sales tax holidays, and that's New Jersey. And theirs does not start until the 26th, and the 26th is this upcoming Saturday, but it does go through September the 4th, and that's the only state left. So if you're like, what is that about? We've been talking about this for weeks. You'll want to make sure that you get on my email list. That way next year, when it is the back to school sales tax holidays, that you can be included, and you know when your state, and if your state's even participating. And basically, it's just there's certain Stampin' Up! Products that qualify as school supplies, so they make those particular products tax-free. And you get to save. And if you're a demonstrator, you get to save even more because you get your discount. And if you used them in the month of August and you used your bonus codes, then you saved even more. That's how that goes. That's what we're here. We're here to not only just give you some inspiration and show you how to use your products, but how you can really maximize your savings with all of the different promotions that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. Also, if you are in need of a mini catalog, please let me know. If you don't already get one from somebody, and you don't have one coming your way, I've already sent out all the ones that were on my mailing list that I normally send out to. But like I said, if you need one, let me know. We can't show you the inside of it just yet, but I do plan on doing a video, and it'll post probably tomorrow about the paper and ribbon shares. That way you can see all of front and back of the papers. It won't be a live, it'll just be a pre-recorded video, but that will be there. Also, the last thing I want to say really quickly is I do have a fall retreat, weekend retreat coming up in November. Right now, there's still a couple of days left. So by the end of day Tuesday, a perk of coming to one of my retreats or taking it to go is that you will get first opportunity at the next retreat in order to secure your spot. And so previous retreat attendees of mine, didn't matter what retreat you went to or which one you took it to go, but they have opportunity through Tuesday to secure their spot. And then after Tuesday, if there's any spots open and left, then I will open it up to anybody else that would like to jump in and come to a weekend retreat in our Texas Hill Country. It is open though, however, if you want to take it to go. Like if you know you're not going to be able to travel to Texas, the Hill Country area, and come to a weekend retreat, but you would like to take it to go, you can take it to go. The link in the description is the Square link so that you can put your deposit down. So if you're a previous retreat attendee, you can go secure your spot with the $50 deposit. That's standard. And then if you want to take it to go, you can also put like a $25 deposit, and it'll tell you on there. Or if you just want tutorials, you can purchase all of the tutorials, and that option is on there as well. There will be a couple of add-on classes, and one of them is going to be a Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack that features the Christmas Classics bundle. And if you have your mini catalog, let me point the page it's out on. It's on page 31 of your mini catalog. That's the Christmas card bundle. So if you need to make some Christmas cards and you want to do them either at the retreat or to go, you can do it that way. There'll also be another add-on class with a 12 by 12 home decor. And that's going to be featuring the Oh Holy Night Suite collection. So if you, pages 14 through 15 and even 16 of your mini catalog, if y'all have not seen that suite, it is gorgeous. The paper is gorgeous. We're going to be doing a 12 by 12 home decor. So this is something that you can either do as a gift, or you can do it for yourself and just bring it out every Christmas and when you're putting out your Christmas decorations. So yeah. The to-go option does include all the make and take projects, the pillow gifts, a $50 Stampin' Up! Goodie bag. Everything is shipped directly to your door. You do have the option to add on the 2 classes plus any add-on products. This one is going to be designed around making Christmas packaging for your gifts, whether it's bags, tags, boxes, gift cards. So that's what the make and take projects will be around, but there's no specific stamp set that we're going to be using. So if you want to register, you can pre-register now by scanning that code or clicking the link in the event description. So, and I already have, I want to say the retreat is half full already, and that includes me. Yeah, it's half full already. So, all right, let me catch up on some comments. Hello, Donna. Thank you for sharing. Beverly says, please hit that thumbs up. Thank you. Roberta from Wyoming is joining us. Thank you for sharing. And Bonnie is from Iowa. Well, welcome, everyone. All right, so we need to do a couple of drawings. We need to do last week's. Y'all know last week's was pre-recorded because I was at a retreat myself, getting pampered. I had so much fun. One of my mods, Shannon, she had a retreat and I went to her retreat. So that was nice. And it's the same place. So it's Mountain Laurel Retreat in New Braunfels. And that's where when I have a retreat, it's local because that's the closest one to me. So that's where the one in the fall will be. And hopefully you guys, it will be much cooler weather. I would love for it just to rain the entire time we're there. Now, I don't know if it's going to rain the entire time during that time, but it would be nice. Normally, I have them in October, but this time I had to push it back a little bit just because it was the last minute. Anyway, long story, but I had to push it back. And the date that I really wanted to go be there was already booked. So that's the nature of the business. So you have to book early if you really want your spot. And this was a last minute decision to do this. So the registration deadlines are coming up pretty soon after the 22nd. So lots to do in the meantime. And that is it. So let me share my screen. And while I'm doing this, my son's girlfriend went off to college, and make sure I share the right screen, and I'm going to have to log in. There we go. She went to college, and we have her cat, Mars. And I forgot to put a picture up here, and hopefully he won't jump up. He hasn't yet, but he very well could. But he's a good boy, and he gets along really well with Archie and Beano. They're there was a little like that for a little while, but he's gotten past that. So he's been hanging out with us downstairs because the first couple of days he was in Mikey's room. But he's pretty. He's a pretty boy. He's like peach color with some white on him. And he's only like maybe 2 years old. Maybe, I think. So he can stay. Anyway, I did some shuffling. Last week's video, if you watched last week's video, I had done the latest kit. I don't know if you can see this, but there are 3 tags. I will show them because I know you probably can't see them really well on the small screen here. But whether you watch on Facebook or YouTube, your name's on the wheel. And if you shared, your name's on there twice. So thank you for everybody that watched. And we're going to give away some tags. And let's spin. Spinning. I can't hear it. There we go. Bonnie Kelly. Congratulations, Bonnie. Also, in my last video, it's been the last few videos, Leona McAdams, I hate to say this, but she never claimed her ribbon. And so I'm going to be doing a redrawing for that as well. It was the inner braid ribbon that's in Misty Moonlight and white. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's this one. So we're going to just take this drawing because I didn't go back. I always delete the names from the videos that I pulled the drawings from. So I'm just going to spin this a couple of more times and I'm going to draw from the same list. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to give away the ribbon. Why it's not kind of weird on the sound. It's like a delay. Who's it going to be? Donna Hall. Congratulations, Donna. All right, let me stop sharing. There we go. Congratulations. And also here's the tags. There are 5 tags. And if you missed them, you can go back and watch last week's video. And that's probably going to be that's probably not the best thing. Here, let me just put my camera down because I'm going to get started here in a minute. Let's do it this way. If you missed that video and you want to see this really super cute tag kit put together, you can go back and watch last Sunday's video. The kit, I put it in the comments afterward, but the kit is normally $13, but this is one of the kits that's on sale in the month of August. And hold on, guys. I had to cough there and I didn't want to cough in your ear. But this kit is it's on sale for $11.70 and it makes 15 of these tags. You get 3 each of these designs. So if you need some Christmas tags, this kit was so easy to put together. There's no stamping whatsoever. So super cute. No stamping. They're easy. It's something you can do while you're binge watching something. And they'll be done in no time. Seriously, y'all. It took me less than 30 minutes to put them together. And about that same amount of time when I did the demonstration. So super easy, super cute. All right. Also, don't forget, when you share any of my videos in the month of August, the drawing prize is a copy of the Circle Sayings photopolymer stamp set, which is what we're using in our class kit for the month. And also, I believe there's the coordinating punch, and it's the 2 3/8 inch punch. I'm almost certain this is the one. I have 2 of them right here. I have that one and the 2 inch because that's what we're using. And I think this one's part of the bundle, and I don't have my list right here. My chair. I need to fix my chair, you guys. I need to put back um the one that I switched it out for. Let's see. I want to make sure. Um it looks like it's the 2 3/8 inch that comes in the bundle. Where's my screens? There we go. All right. So basically, at the end of August, anybody that shared my regular Sunday videos and scrapbooking videos gets entered into a special drawing, and I'm giving away a copy of this particular stamp set. All right. So if you're here for a demonstration, we're about to get started. let's get our first card out of the way. This is the first card, and let me get my little pieces that are already ready to go. Let me get my Stampin' Up piece there. Let's put this off to the side, and let me bring this down just a little bit. See if I can straighten that out. All right. So we got all our pieces here. You can definitely follow along if you want to recreate this class kit. You do have the option to also purchase them already made. I do give that option. And you also have the option to purchase just the tutorials. And in that has the complete supply list. Now, attached to this video is the supply list, so you can see everything that I used in order to make these. But in the actual tutorials that you get when you get your class kit, you get all the measurements, and there's a link back to this video. So if you need to go refer to the video, you can do that. I meant to stamp the back, so let's do that next. This piece right here is I want to say Parakeet Party. Yeah, this one's Parakeet Party. So let's stamp the back. And I'm just going to use Memento ink on all of these. And this is just the Stampin' Up logo so that I can be in compliance with our angel policy. All right, so I had this piece of Parakeet Party that's on the front. And the paper that we're using is the Bright and Beautiful. And I liked this particular design. Now, if you notice, you will notice on all of these cards, I tried to stick with one color, but all the colors kind of go together. So that's why I chose Parakeet Party. I wanted something bright, and this was pretty bright. And I loved this DSP. This is from the Bright and Beautiful, but I also did pair it with the gingham DSP as well, because there's colors. The 2022 to 2024 in colors has Parakeet Party in it, and also the Glorious Gingham. So that's what we're going to be using next, and we're going to put this strip on. We're going to use both sides of this gingham. So let's put that one down first. And we're going to put that one down right here. Just line it up with the top and bottom. I like to use the glue. That way, if I need to kind of scooch it in place, we can scooch it in place. We have the other side of the gingham, but what I did with that one is I used the scalloped contour dies, and I used the little scalloped edge die to give it just a little decoration. And we're going to put that one right here. I'm going to overlap it just a little bit so we can still see some of that designer series paper on our left. Okay, so we have our front already done and ready to go. And now I have this piece of basic white, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit so you can see. I did use the radiating dies just to give it a little finished edge. And on this one, we're going to be stamping. We're going to be stamping on here in Memento ink because we're going to be using some blends. And I want to start first with the little cupcake. We're going to do a happy birthday card. So we're going to stamp that first right in the middle. Perfect. And then we're going to stamp sending you a. Get that inked up really good. I'm going to have to turn this sideways so I can see what I'm doing. And I like that this is photopolymer because you can see exactly where you're going to be stamping. Give that just a little pressure. And then in the bottom, ink that up with some Memento ink as well. Happy birthday. Okay, so we have all our stamping on here. And then now we're going to take a couple of our blends. I wanted a pop of another color, so I decided to use light blueberry bushel. And on our blends, we have a couple of ends. I'm going to use the brush tip and let me go around the edges because y'all remember when we were first learning how to color? We ran on the edges and then you fill in the middle. I don't have steady hands, so I still use that way of learning. Okay, and nothing fancy, just a little color. You know, with our blends, if you wanted to go over in a few spots and make it darker, you just, go back over it again. Okay, and then we're going to be using light parakeet party to color our little top. You don't hear that? Somebody is really proud of their engine around here. We hear that kind of all day. Sometimes it gets loud. There we go. Now, I did want to put a little Wink of Stella. I wanted to put a little bit of shine on our little top here. And let me see if this has some in it. Okay, that one doesn't have anything in it. Let's try this one. I got a lot of Wink of Stellas here. I don't want to squeeze it too hard because y'all have seen in the past when I squeeze it too hard, it really comes out. Some's coming out, but not as much as I would like to. But anyway, I am putting Wink of Stella, which is basically glitter in a brush, just to give our little top a little shine. That's totally optional. You don't have to do that part. And then now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. And as you can see, our blends do bleed through. So whatever surface you're working on, you want to make sure you have a piece of paper or something underneath it in case you have a heavy hand and it goes through. Now we have this. We're going to put this over here a little bit off to the right, but centered. So you can still see that scalloped edge there. Give a little pressure. Also, we're going to do a double bow with this parakeet party twine. That is part of the 2022 to 2024 In Color Baker's Twine Pack. It does have 5 colors to it. We're using Parakeet Party right now. And then in another card, we're going to be using the Starry Sky. But there also does have Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, and Tahitian Tide. That's part of that. Okay, so we're going to do a double. We're going to do a double bow. And hopefully I'll get this right the first time. That'll work. Let me pull my little ends there a little bit. Okay, and then now We're going to put this on with a glue dot. And we're just going to put it off to the side. If you need to trim your little ends there, you can totally trim your ends or adjust your bows. And then we're going to put some rhinestone jewels on. We're going to put a large one on the top of our cupcake. And you can either leave it that way, or you can put a couple of more on. We like more. I'm just going to put 3 of them on there. And there you have it. That is card number 1. And let me see if I can get to some comments. It's not showing me comments where I'm at. So you joined me after I got started. Welcome. So anyway, there is card number 1. The feature color is Parakeet Party with a splash, just a splash of light blueberry bushel for the cupcake bottom. All right, so that's card number 1. Card number 2 is a cute little fun fold we're going to do, and this one is featuring a couple of colors. This one's going to be featuring Bubble Bath and Fresh Freesia. Those 2 colors went really, really super cute together, and I liked them. Okay, but on this one, because it's a fun fold, this is like the easiest fun fold ever. I've already pre-scored. Basically, when you're doing it, you fold your card in half. I'm going to burnish my edge there. It's important to get your edges burnished really, really well, and you can do this with your bone folder, or if you don't have a bone folder, you can also use the ends of your acrylic blocks because those are hard enough to press down. But on this basic Z-fold card, you fold your base in half, and you can either score it with your trimmer or you can just bend it back manually. But if you do score it, you score 2 1/8 inches in from the end. Okay, and once that's scored, then you just fold this piece back, and then you want to burnish your ends really, really well. I'm probably going to do it again once I get everything down. And sometimes they don't always stay closed depending, but this is just a basic Z fold. Okay, there, Z. It's upside down. So there's your Z fold card. And it's just a simple, easy, super, super cute way of just making your cards a little different. Now, what we're going to do with this one is on the inside, we're going to put a layer of lots of colors on here and lots of layers. We're going to put a layer of Fresh Freesia. I'm sorry, this one's Bubble Bath. This one's Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath. And this is going to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and do the inside, and then I'll stamp the back because I forgot to stamp the back again. So let's get that in there. All right, let's stamp the back real quick. That's right side up. Okay, there we go. All right, back to the front. Let's finish with the inside. And then next, we're going to be using from the Bright and Beautiful, we're going to be using this designer series paper, and we're going to mat that on top of this layer of Bubble Bath. If you want, you can totally get away with using this side as well. I just hate it when we have to cover up a side that's equally super, super cute. Okay, so let's do that. It's going to go in the middle. Get that centered. Okay. And then we have a piece of basic white that has the radiating dye. And we're going to put that down next in the center. It looks like it's the center. Y'all know I eyeball things. So that's in the center. And then now let's work on the front. I have a piece of Fresh Freesia that has been embossed. Y'all can see that embossing. That with this is one of the 3 basic 3D embossing folders, and it does have, it does have some good texture to it. So we're going to put that on the front flap. So I'm going to get some good glue on this one because I want this one to stick. It's not completely flat, so I want to make sure I got enough glue to hold it down. And we're going to put this piece on the first flap that's open. Okay, just line it up with the other cardstock that's on the inside. Give it just some good pressure there. All right, so I'm going to set that aside because I have a second radiating die in basic white, and I have this piece of designer series paper that we're going to put in the middle of that. A little bit of glue, and let's put that in the middle. Depending on how you cut the designer series paper will depend on, oops, let me get that moved over. It moved on me. Will depend on how your lines are. Or if you have another piece of DSP that you want to use that coordinates, you can totally, why is this crooked? It's driving me nuts, y'all. And see, this is why we use glue. Or I use glue. I can't seem to get it. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So we have that piece ready. And then I punched a piece of bubble, where's my bubble bath? Is it bubble bath? Where's my bubble bath? Oh, I thought I had pulled my bubble bath out, but I didn't. Because I'm not actually using the ink. I'm using a different ink for this one. Anyway, piece of bubble bath cardstock, a piece of basic white cardstock, and we're going to be stamping on this, but we're going to be stamping in Berry Burst because I wanted something a little bit brighter for my sentiment. So in Berry Burst, we're going to stamp this little image right here. We're going to stamp that at the top, and then in the middle, in Berry Burst, we're going to stamp Smile. All right, and that is all. So let's get some adhesive on the back of this. And we're going to mat that in the center. Excuse me. Get some more adhesive on the back of this one. And this one is going to go in the center of this other mat. Okay, now we need to attach this, but we have to be careful where we attach the adhesive because we can't just go putting it all over the back because part of this is going to be touching this other side and we don't want to cover that up. But we do want to cover it up with this piece right here so that when it's there, you don't see the back piece until you open up the card. So basically, we're going to be putting a couple of strips on the back right. Okay, so get as close as you can to the edge, and so that you make sure it sticks really well. I would put a couple of strips back to back, just like that. And then now, you know, when you go to line this up with the one that's in the inside and you press it down really good because this is embossed back here, so you want to make sure it sticks. Not only does it cover up the back, but when you go to flip it around, you don't see any of that adhesive right here. So it's not going to stick to this part when the card is actually closed. Okay. Now I did die cut a couple of hearts from the Bright and Beautiful designer series paper, and we're going to put those on. We're going to put those on with dimensionals. But what I did on this one up here is I wanted this to also serve as a way to help keep the card closed a little bit. So when we put the dimensional on this one, we're going to put it on the back, that side right there. Okay, so that when we go to put this down, the dimensional sticks to the designer series paper, and you're still able to open the card and help use that to help keep it closed. This other one, we're going to put a little adhesive on the back right here, just a little, because this one's going to stick at this corner like that. Okay. But this one serves a couple of purposes. If you wanted to make it super strong, you could get away with putting a small dimensional, like on the back right up here. And that just helps keep it closed. Okay, so now let's put on some rhinestone jewels. Let's use some medium ones. Let's put one down here. We'll use a small one over here and another small one. We'll put one right there. Okay. And on this one, we're going to be using, we are going to be using that one. We're going to be using the Sweet Sorbet in order to make a double bow. Now, with your class kit, everything is included in this, everything I can possibly do for you. Normally, if it's a bundle, whatever's associated with the bundle, I don't do, but you'll get the cardstock that you need in order to stamp and die cut. But because this bundle has a punch, that is so much easier to use and duplicate than dies. So in this class kit, everything will be punched for you as well. So basically, you get everything almost already done for you. All you have to do is the stamping, and then you can put your card together. Now we're going to put this one right here off to the side just to help balance everything that's going on with this particular card. And that is card number 2. And let me open this one so you can see that one is actually it's a fun fold. And look at all those colors. That bubble bath, fresh freesia, and a splash of berry burst. And Sweet Sorbet. Sweet Sorbet even went well with this card. And everything's, well, this one will be pre-scored for you just to make sure that you're able to get the card right. There you go. All right, last card. And then we're going to wrap this up. This one's super, super easy, but I wanted to feature Misty Moonlight. So we're going to feature Misty Moonlight and a couple of other blues. All right, so we have our Misty Moonlight base. And let me go ahead and, stamp the back. I hope you all are doing great wherever you're at. As for us here in San Antonio, we have some rain coming our way, and hopefully it will cool things down a little bit. I'm not sure how much we're expected to get, but it'll at least help with the temperature and get it down into the 90s, the mid 90s. I am so over these 100+ degree weather days around here. There we go. So we're going to put this piece of basic white on the inside. And now we're going to start decorating the front of our card. This particular embossing folder, oh my gosh, I think I don't remember the name. And I need to go double check. I don't remember the name, but it's the one that kind of looks like starfish. But it's not. It's called something else. And it's not part of the basics ones. It's something else. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't think I went back and looked it up and added it to the supply list. So I'm going to have to go double check that. I probably should look in my annual catalog real quick. But if you have an annual catalog and you're looking at it, can you look it up and let us know? That way I know which one to go add. I know I put the basics ones on there, but I wanted something a little different for this one. So we're going to be using this one. just so we have a little texture going on in our background. And I did take the stylish shape dies, one of the smallest squares, and I cut some designer series paper. I die cut some designer series paper, and I used, of course, the gingham, and then a couple of pieces from the the Bright and Beautiful. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive. Let me see if I can get these in the right. I put a little bit of adhesive on the back, and I'm going to lightly put them down, and then I'm going to kind of adjust them where I need to. Now, on this piece of designer series paper in your kit, it may be a solid color, or it might be a couple of blues, because it does come from a sheet that has, see, like this one is the back of that one, so it's got several pieces, several colors on there, but they all coordinate with each other. And then we're gonna put this last one down, and then if I don't need to adjust any of these, then I will press down so they can stay down. Does that look? Yeah. All right. There we go. Got that. All right. And then now I have a piece of Misty Moonlight. And then I went ahead and stamped Celebrate in Night and Navy, but I do need to punch it out and stamp Because You're Awesome in the middle. And so we're going to use our 2-inch punch to line this up. It is a pretty tight punch, but we're going to go ahead and stamp. We're going to stamp in Blueberry Bushel. So it's a much brighter blue, and we're going to be stamping Because You're Awesome in the middle. This one's also a pretty tight one as well, but it's photopolymer, so you can see exactly where you're going to be stamping, and you can see it's really, really tight, but it still works. Okay, so let's get some adhesive on the back of this. Let's mat this on this 2 3/8-inch circle of Misty Moonlight. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back so this thing will pop up. We're going to put this in the center. Okay. And now we're going to take our Starry Sky, we measure it over here, our Starry Sky twine. We'll make a double bow, put that on. There's some rhinestone jewels on there, and call it a day. Let's see if I can get this right. Sometimes those double ones, when things start intertwining with one another, can get a little tricky. Go. And get a glue dot on there, and we're going to put this one right up here in the top. I might need to trim those a little bit because I'm not going to go back and retie this. So let's trim that just a little. And then we're going to let's throw a large one on here. One there. Put a small one up there. And let's put a medium one over here. Right, and let me move all this out of the way. And that's card number 3. Let's see. Beverly, no, I know that's not that one because I used that one in the first set of cards. It is, let me look at my annual catalog, and I'll tell you which one that is. I'll recognize it if I see it, but I don't know the name. Where's embossing folders? There we go. Well, I don't see it in the annual catalog. Y'all don't tell me I just used something that's retired, because I try not to use things that are retired. It may be an online exclusive too, but I'm looking in the annual catalog and it's in the annual catalog. So which one is it? Am I literally like blind and I don't see it in here? Y'all, I think I'm really losing it. It's in the annual catalog, but it's not any of the designs that are on there, because that's the metal plate. And I used that in the first half of the month. So maybe it's an online exclusive. I don't remember it being part of the basics ones. The basic one, I remember the crosshatch, the polka dots I used, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. And I'm just not thinking it is. Anyway, you can get it. So it's not retired. But let me go ahead and put these all back out for you. Let's put this one in the middle. I'm going to do, tell me which one is your favorite. Let me see if I can do this one like that. Tell me which one is your favorite. Card number 1 was the parakeet party one. Card number 2 was bubble bath, fresh freesia, Z fold. Or card number 3 is your misty moonlight. So if you like blues, I like blues. There's that one. So tell me, which one is your favorite? I'm going to come over here and check out some comments. And let's see. Let's see. I'm going to catch up where we go. Yes, the Misty Moonlight one would be perfect for a mail card. That is for sure. Donna is totally over the weather as well. Yes, I think Texas can wrap it up. We've had a nice little summer there. It's time to let's move on. Give us some winter, some fall vibes at least. Patricia says it's the third one in the online exclusive, but so okay, maybe it is. When I get them, I separate them all and use them for different things, and so now I don't know which one's going there. Carol likes card number 1. Beverly likes number 2. Donna likes number 2, and so does Pat. If I had to guess, Beverly says, I'm going back a little bit. Beverly says that's clever to use the heart to hold the flap. I think so, yeah. That was like an afterthought when I was trying to figure out where to put it. I was like, oh, let's put it up there in the corner so it'll help hold this card closed. Roberta loves all the cards. Thank you, Jackie. Hello, Carol. Carol from Connecticut. Thank you for sharing. Catch up down here. Carol loves them all. Roberta likes number 2. All right, so which one's my favorite? Oh my gosh. It's a toss-up between the parakeet party one and the number 2 with the bubble bath. But I'm gonna say parakeet party. And I say that because when I think of my favorites, I also consider like all of the steps involved. And if I had to mass produce something, number 1 would be a lot easier for me to mass produce than the number 2, because there's extra die cutting involved and extra layers, and you've got the fold and the embossing. So there's a little bit more, but if I had to do just a small batch, I would definitely choose number 2. Number 3, I was just trying to make it as simple as possible, but still incorporate some embossing and some stitch die cutting. And I wanted to showcase all of the blues, because you do have Misty Moonlight, you do have Blueberry Bushel, you've got Night of Navy, and what else? I think those are the 3 main blues that are on there. And then of course you have Starry Sky, which is one of the in color blues. And that one goes along with it, just like the Sweet Sorbet went along with this color right here. So, yeah, there you go. So there's your class kit in the mail. Let me put the banner back up. just to let you know that your online orders of $35 or more, August 16th through the 31st, using that host code that is scrolling across your screen, will receive this free class kit that I just demonstrated. And if your order's $50 or more, you're going to get a new package of the basic rhinestone jewels that I used also in this kit. Everything will be die cut for you, embossed. You basically just have to do the stamping part. And if you want to do it as designed, you will need the Circle Sayings stamp set. You can totally go ahead and get the bundle, but you will need that stamp set if you want things to say what I have on these cards. And you do have that as an option to add it on to your order, and it'll be included in with your class kit in the mail if you want to do that. So I hope you like the cards. We have the second scrapbook page layout coming up on Wednesday, and I want to say there was something else I had to say, and I don't remember what I was supposed to say because I didn't write it down, but that's okay. But anyway, that's your class kit for the second half of the month of August. I hope you all have a great day wherever you're at. Please stay cool, stay hydrated, make sure to check on your elderly neighbors and their fur babies, and y'all just have a great day, and we will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.